and welcome to this video series on how to create a membership site using DLGuard. Now we're going to cover in this particular video a little bit about the installation process to kind of get you over some of the hurdles involved. And there's not a lot. It's pretty simple and straightforward. But just in case you have a problem with installing software, well, this video is going to get you past all those hurdles. Now, one thing I do need to mention though before you jump into this is, and hopefully before you go and purchase your DLGuard for the sole purpose of getting a membership site running with this, is that you do need to know that it does have some major strong points, but it also has a few minor weak points. A couple of which is that it does not have any auto affiliate system. I need to go to a third party for that, which we probably will not be covering in this video series. The email system is pretty well non-existent, but we'll touch base on how you can install your own using again a third party. But I just want to let you know that there are a few weak points, but as far as security, this is the best of the best, cream of the crop. Can't get any better than DLGuard. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right on into this, and you might want to read a little bit more on the software itself before you make your purchase, just so that you're aware of all the ins and outs, the pros and the cons. So thank you much, and let's go ahead and jump on into this and get started with our installation. Okay, now once you've purchased and downloaded your DLGuard file, then you're going to go ahead and open up the zip file or extract the file or unzip it, however you want to call it, and then this is going to be what you get. Well, actually you'll get a folder, and you'll have some well, let me just show you what I'm talking about here instead of bantering on here. You'll get a few things. You get your license, you get the zip or the exe file, the installer, and then you get some instructions here. Now of course you can go ahead and check out the instructions to just simply back up what I'm going to tell you, or you might get some more info out of here than what you would have gotten from me. Kind of unlikely, but anywho, of course there's your license and so on. So once you get to this screen, and as you can see, I'm using version 4.2. That's the latest release as of the time of this recording, and then you just click on next, and of course it's the license agreement. Go ahead and, as you would in most cases, read every single word, of course, and then click on I accept, click next. Now this means you're going to be installing it either on the internet or on your PC, like if you run your server out of your home, for example, which maybe 1% of us would be doing this. Who knows, maybe I will one day. But anyway, for the most part, you're going to be installing it to a remote machine, so that you have to upload to your server, like, you know, Lunar Pages or a HostGator or GoDaddy, that kind of thing. And then you click on next, and this is pretty cool. This way you don't have to worry about uploading all these files yourself and changing around the permissions and such. You put in the information of your FTP program, and then it uploads it for you. For example, let me go ahead and put all this stuff in here now. Let me see, what is it? I am videosforyou.com, and sometimes your server address might start with an FTP, might not, but in my case here it does not, and most of the time the ports are going to be 21. And if you're not sure about any of this stuff, say you just never ever used a FTP program before, then I would suggest doing that before you get into this. Just, you know, my own personal information. But if you happen to lose any of this stuff, contact your web hosting company. They'll be able to either get the info for you or reset it so that they then can give you the information you need. And username, password is Z5XT7984. Of course it is. And this here is where are you going to be installing this. Now in most cases, if you have what I've found to be the cPanel, control panel on your web hosting company, which most of them are nowadays, then it would be the public_HTML folder that you'd want to put in here, because this is telling you that the installer will create and install a folder called DLG, which, no, download Guardian. Now that would be fine. Now in case you got, you know, other aspirations, you want to go ahead and change the DLG to something else, then you can go here. Now, and if you're not sure, you can either just type in the folder here, or what I found to be pretty cool, click on Browse, and it'll hook it up for you. And in most cases, it'll even find it. Right there it is. Now, of course, you can also, I mean, this is already logged on to my server. That's the cool thing about this. Now, you can make an additional folder, make a new folder, what have you, but nah, that's what it's looking for. That's what it's going to get. Now, for example, I've used a web hosting company before called 1&1. Fantastic company, but they do not have cPanel as a control panel. They've got something similar, but not the cPanel, 10 or 11.8 or whatever the heck it is nowadays. And they do not have a public_HTML folder in the server setup. So again, in some cases, you may just have to make your own folder, just as long as you know where this DLG is going to be installed at. That's the main thing. And once you've done that, just as it says here, click Next, and smoke them if you got them. Okay, nope, I think that's about it. You entered public HTML. Yes. And I've never encountered this before, but it is running, so I'm not going to check that. Okay, yeah, now it's checking to make sure that all the guts of my server are to its liking, and evidently it is. Otherwise, it would give me a red flashing banner or something saying this is bad. Cool. Okay, and then click Install. There we go, folks. Now this might take a minute or two. I'm not really sure how long. Up to 12-15%. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for the sake of your download pleasure. Hang on. And there we have it. And as you can see here, we're all good to go. Click Finish. Boom. Let me go ahead and pull this on over here. I seem to have run into a tad bit of a snag. What seems to be the problem here? I'll refresh it. Service temporarily unavailable. Okay, well that's the right URL. Domain name, folder, file. Now this, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not big into coding and whatnot, but sometimes in life you just gotta take a little chance. So delete that, just try the config PHP. Well, I don't know what I did, but I think this is where we're supposed to be. This is the installation step number 2. As you can see, there's 3 steps right now. So why don't we just disregard that last little snafu and not worry about it? But in case you have to encounter it yourself, then just do what I did. Just delete the whatever the heck that was up top. I'm stumped. I have no clue what that is. Okay, so let's get on back to this. Username, password. Remember, you can change these later through config. Okay, the following steps allow you to set up the DL guard for the first time. So pretty much that's completed our video then on the installation. We're now going to get into the setup stage. So let's go ahead and stop this video now and get our ducks in a row. Maybe that's what it was telling us, was that I should have stopped the video earlier instead of continuing it on. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and stop the video now. Thank you very much. I hope that you gained a little bit of insight there on your purchase and the installation process involved in getting your DL guard up to snuff and getting it prepped for your membership site. Thank you much again for watching, and have a great day.